This is the much-awaited launch from the JSW MG Motor India stable after the two parties came together. You've got the Cyberster here, which is an electric roadster, and this is the first from MG stable, the fastest car from the MG stable. It has a battery pack of 77 kilowatt hour. It can go up to 400 kilometers per hour as well. So it's a very fast car. And let's speak to the people behind the wheels. We've got Parth Jindal, who is the director of JSW MG Motor India, and CEO Emeritus Rajeev Chaba here as well. Beautiful looking car, gentlemen. Parth, do you already have one of these?
As soon as Rajeev gives it to me, I'll have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? You've got so many luxury cars today. You've got Porsche, you've got Mercedes, you've got the BMWs of the world, Lexus. How does this really stand out? What's on offer here, Parth?
I think the way I like to look at it is that this is affordable luxury. This is one of the world's fastest cars. It's completely sustainable. It's an EV. It can compete with any of those brands you mentioned in terms of its technology. If not, it's better than that. And it's not going to burn a hole in your pocket. So it's for the customer who really wants the best what the world can give you, wants to be sustainable as well, and wants to really have a head-spinning car.
Okay, so you had showcased this when the JV came together last year as well. But why aren't you launching it formally?
We are. Today, pre-bookings begin.
Okay.
March, the real bookings begin.
And the prices?
Prices will be announced over the next few weeks. And April onwards, deliveries start.
All right, so I'm just making an estimate here. And Mr. Chaba, and if I can ask my camera person Akhilesh to move there as well. Mr. Chaba, the price of probably an entry-level luxury model in India would be around 45 to 50 lakh rupees. How would this stack up?
That's the normal mainstream car as per you, which is typical sedan or typical SUV. This car is a sporty car and the fastest car in the world. So obviously it would have premium over that segment. So anywhere less than 1 crore.
Anywhere less than 1 crore. That's a very wide angle you're giving us. Why don't you say, is it around 50 lakhs, less than 50?
So I would say between 50 and 100, and more towards 50.
Okay. And I'd like to ask you more about the features, Mr. Chaba. I'm going to come there. So this is a roadster, and can you get the hood on also with the press of a button?
Yes. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Want us to do that?
Yeah, let's see that as well. Oh, fantastic. Our camera person is capturing that. And Parth, would be great if you can get it back again as well. So, Mr. Chaba, give us a sense that in terms of technology, what we're seeing today at the Auto Expo are vehicles packed with tremendous amount of technology features. It seems that the customer wants that. He wants vehicles at an affordable price. They're aspirational. They want the best value for their money. So what will the Cyberster offer?
As you just said, and if I can say humbly that we started this whole technology innovation and disruption in this industry and raised the bar thanks to the features and accessible technology what we had to offer, and whether it was Hector or ZS EV or Comet or Windsor, like now we saw this opportunity to launch these cars in that sweet space between the mainstream cars and the established conservative luxury brands. That's what we are offering, these two products, and this is best technology probably what world can offer. I'm repeating a little bit what Parth said. Sustainable luxury at that price point, the fastest car, the battery charge is going to be around 500 kilometers, so you don't have to bother about charging it daily. So
0 to 100 in how many minutes?
Is less than 3 seconds. It's 2.8. So it's the fastest, as we said, and frankly it has set the new world record recently. So the thing is, and if you look at the brake calipers, if you look at the tuning, the chassis, world's best have done it. It's not, so the chassis tuning has been done by a German, the suspension tuning has been done by a British guy. So the world's best resources we have used to produce this car.
All right, so let's talk about the localization levels, because that is the big talk at the Auto Expo as well. How much of these cars are being localized, made in India? Parth, is this going to be completely imported, or is this going to be localized to some extent?
No, this is going to be completely imported to begin with, and then we will start localizing the models which do well. We'll start localizing them. So we've already started with the Comet. The Comet is more than 65% local now. The Windsor is the next one, which is doing extremely well, where we are localizing that as well, and that should also cross 60% by the end of this year. And then on the luxury cars, depending on how they do, we'll start localizing them as well.
So where are you getting these cars from? Is it from Europe or is it from China?
It's a mix. It depends on because most of the right-hand drive cars are made for the UK market, so most of these cars are coming from there.
Okay, from UK. Yeah. I'd also like to ask you, what is the EV run rate? Because now this is in the luxury segment, so the numbers may be small initially, but overall, what is the kind of run rate that you're looking for this calendar year?
So as a company, more than 70% of our sales are coming from EVs now, and we want to make sure that number stays that way. We are obviously launching the bigger battery pack on the Windsor this year. We've launched these two new EVs. The Windsor is the fastest selling EV in the country today. I think just on its own it commands about 40% of the total Indian EV market. So I think we are very confident that the EV market is going to grow by 50% this year, if not more, and we want to beat that.
We want to beat the EV market as well, more than 50% this year. And finally, we've been hearing talk about JSW looking for partners in China to grow the JSW automobile business. That is separate from the MG Motor collaboration. Could you give us your thoughts on that? What is the status of those conversations?
Happy to do that, but not when I'm sitting in this beautiful MG Cyberster.
Okay, but those conversations are still on? Nothing materialized yet?
It's in final stages, and I think there will be an announcement soon.
Okay, with a Chinese automaker.
It's a global automaker, so there are a few discussions on, and more to follow on that.
That will basically propel your affordable EV dream and commercial vehicle dream as well.
Yeah, so I think that's a whole different discussion, but I think we are getting into all facets of electrification, whether it's truck, whether it's buses, and whether it's cars. Obviously, my focus is on MG and growing this, because I think that there is just tremendous value here and tremendous opportunity here. And I think as a group, we truly believe in honoring the Prime Minister's vision of getting EVs to 30% of the Indian market by 2030. And if that means we need to have multiple ventures in the space, so be it.
All right, so that is multiple ventures is what you're looking at as well. But Parth and Rajeev, fantastic talking to you as always. Many congratulations on the launch of the beautiful Cyberster. Hope it does well for MG Motor. So that was Rajeev Chaba and Parth Jindal in the front seat telling us what's going to propel the MG brand, the JSW MG brand in the months to come in the year 2025. From the Auto Expo with video journalist Akhilesh, this is Parikshit Luthra.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV18 on all of our digital platforms.